and everything to be here to support me, since this was my first team meeting. I'm not alone, and I have a lot of help. It's my first solo team meeting. So, everybody, yeah. I guess if I fail miserably, y'all can all swoop in and pick me up and help me move on with the slides. So, but hopefully everything will go well. So, welcome to the team meeting. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Now let's go over some things that we are grateful for. Does anybody have anything that they're grateful for today? Please, somebody, yes, ma'am. Ma'am. Life. And you know what? We're grateful that you joined Keller Williams. Yeah. So for that, I am not, Robin actually throws these things, but I'm scared I'm going to permanently injure someone. Okay, that's how we're gonna do this. So, Miss Kathy.
I am grateful for the wonderfully crazy people in this office.
Understand.
And y'all, I mean, this is my little family. I've been a part of this office for 14 and a half years. And
Right?
thank you. But I love this. I love the leadership. I love the agents. I love you all.
We love you.
Thank you.
This much. This much. So, there you go. Yes, ma'am. Anybody else has something that they're grateful for today? Yes, ma'am. That bite of food you're enjoying right now, right? Is that the good stuff?
I'm really grateful for my team because they indulged me. We all went to the beach last week and hung out and did a planning meeting. And they were so much fun to be around, so much fun, you know, there was so much energy and we just had a blast. And I'm just really thankful to have them and have their energy around me all the time.
But that's such a blessing, because not only are they consummate professionals, but they're also easy to be with and fun to be around.
And they are.
That's like the
And
trifecta.
keep you're giving somebody else.
Keep my candy.
Give it to Meryl.
I'll give it to Meryl.
Oh.
We'll give it to Meryl because she's gonna be treating us a little bit later, so.
It's Merle.
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 I was renaming you.
I say it wrong. I'm sorry, Meryl.
You started it, so Merle.
Got it. It's that accent.
Moving along, we have Miss Kern today from O'Kelly and Sorahan. Hey. Our Attorney Alliance Partners, and she is going to come up and she is going to speak to us about something of great.
Hey, y'all,
importance.
good morning.
Halloween party.
How about that lunch, guys?
Lunch, yeah, and by the way, she also provided us with lunch, so thank you very much.
I love to eat. Okay, so, for those of you that were at Bold, you probably already know this. Guess what we have? A new office. Yeah, so we, Renee Davis has come with us. Renee and I went to law school together. We worked together years ago. And she's awesome. And, she has an office right inside the perimeter on Ashford Dunwoody. I think we're calling North Perimeter Office. I may be wrong on that anyway. So yes, we're very excited. Her whole team came and joined us the beginning of October. So it was a reminder to me too, to let y'all know, if you don't already, right? We want you to close with us. We want your business. Now, of course, I love it best when you come see me in Alpharetta. We take some selfies. I tell you all my silly, corny closing jokes. Yeah, I love that. I love that. But we have, I think this is 27. So
Wow.
26 other offices, right? So if you need anything in any of our offices, let me know. Because I can see once your file's loaded in my system too, if you have a question on something, and I'm in my office on my desktop, I can't pull it up from my phone, but I can pull it up and I can look at the contract and talk to you about it. So very excited for that happening. You know, even when the volume is down, right, we're still growing. And you know, we have y'all to thank for that. So we really appreciate your business. October, when my kids were younger, was my most stressful month. Because what do we have that comes up? Halloween, right? So I just want to remind y'all, my goal is always to have you have the smoothest closing possible. And lately in my office, it's felt like it used to feel when I got into business. End of the month, last week of the month, every Friday, for a while it was very spread out. And now it's good. And I used to say spread it out. Now I kind of like it when it's, let's close everything. Keeps me out of trouble if I'm in closings all day. But the 31st is going to fall on a Tuesday. And when I was looking at my calendar, that Friday before, it's really not as busy as the 30th and the 31st. Those are going to be the busy days this month. So if you have closings in the works, whether it's with us or anybody else that's not on the schedule yet with the closing attorney, now's the time. Go ahead and you want your primo spot. And even though, I'm not doing the Halloween stuff anymore, yay, and trying to get kids out, since it is during the week, Atlanta traffic, wherever you're going in town, is really, so, I would try and schedule earlier in the day just so that your clients are not feeling rushed, and at the table, trying to get out with kids or not, or having a hard time getting to the closing, doing the walkthrough, because traffic is going to be bad, that after. Any questions or anything else y'all want to hear from me?
Thanks, ma'am.
We appreciate you. And how long traffic in Atlanta is a real thing, y'all.
Bad the last couple of days.
It's-
What's going on?
Yeah, we ran into that this morning on the way in, not really bad, so. All right, thank you for lunch again. We appreciate you. Our alliance partners, of course, Kelly and Sorahan. Onward Mortgage. There she is. Come on up.
Don't do that.
No.
Sorry.
We've been working together way too long.
Mental telepathy.
Extra nasty today.
We're like, whatever. It's not us, it's my older sister will show up and we'll not talk about it and honestly buy the same bathing suit. Never. I love it.
Hey, guys, good morning.
Morning.
So we sent this out, you all see it? $750 conforming loan amount, it's gone up.
So
So what does
mean?
that mean? You're a first time home buyer, sales price is $772,500, loan amount is $750, 3% down payment. If they're already on property within the last 3 years, then it would be 5% down and the sales price is $787,500. So pretty good stuff, you guys. Yeah, you guys are welcome to obviously pull anything we put on your Facebook page. You guys are welcome to share it on all your social medias and get it out there, right?
Class is coming up. HomeBot on the 18th at 2:00. It's virtual. You should have gotten an email from our Total Expert account. If you didn't, let us know, because you should be getting the Onward 6. You should be getting anything of that nature that's a class, some of the co-branded marketing material, and you should also receive a market watch update weekly. So if you didn't, you need to let us know. We try to keep that updated, but you should have gotten that invitation. It is virtual. What is HomeBot? That's the program that we're offering. If you can do up to 25 clients free. If you decide to go up to 500 clients, it's going to be $35. If you decide to go up with that, 10 for every 500. And it's a co-branded marketing, very, very slick email that monthly your clients will get on their home. It'll give them market analysis. They can email you immediately if they want a CMA or if they're just asking questions. It's going to market you to them. It can be one of your 36 touches. So get with us on that. The other thing is list reports. List reports, as soon as your listing hits, within 48 hours, you're going to get an automated marketing kit with everything you need to market that home, automatically done. You can do open house flyers. Let's say that you're an agent that you're going to cover an open house flyer for Merle. You can actually go in with her approval and do an open house kit for you for that house for that weekend, can promote it. So list reports, if you're not on that, get with one of us and Tammy and I'll invite you in on that. That's free. As much marketing as you want. You can do co-branded
That's the best.
mailer,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do just, let's say, the neighborhood, someone's looking at it, you can pull all the, and it's pretty too, it's, the schools and the, all the information that they're gonna want about the surrounding area. November 8th, it's gonna be at noon, we're gonna do it up at the North Atlanta office at Windward upstairs, all Georgia Legacy, Freddie Mac is coming in. They're gonna do a presentation on their Borrower Smart program, which is the 3% down, better rate, better PMI, and $1,500 contribution for closing costs. We're gonna have a panel, Tammy and Lee are gonna be on it, we're gonna have representatives from the other office, because they've actually closed it to talk about it, we'll talk about scripts. On how to promote it out there to try to encourage these first time home buyers to take advantage of this program. And before that, November 2nd, Tammy and Fiona and Kern are gonna be doing a condo class. So if you're not familiar with writing contracts for condos and how it works, they are different animals. You should come live to this class. Any questions? Any questions, anything? I think we're good. Onward 6, again, if you're not getting it, let us know. Did Michael tell you I sent a picture of the sign?
Yes, yes.
He's covered on, okay, then.
Thank you. If you guys are not taking advantage of HomeBot and the listing information, those are free touches that they're giving you to pass on to your clients. So grab that, use that. If you are not receiving that, speak to Kathy about it and they will get you set up on those plans. Let's see, I thought I saw Kelly.
Yep.
There you are.
Kelly's in the house.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Kelly LaKenda with 210 Home Buyers Warranty, your home warranty partner and resource. I'll see you guys in a minute. So does anyone know the average, let's just say no home warranty. Does anyone know what the bigger guys out there are charging for a full system replacement?
15,000.
About $10,000. $10,000. So I wanted to let you guys know, at the end of August of 23, there was a stat release. 61% of homeowners are living paycheck to paycheck. 61%. And so if anything were to happen, unexpected happens, especially with an HVAC, do you think they're going to have $10,000 laying around for a full system replacement? We all know inflation has gone up. Groceries have gone up, gas has gone up, but also major systems and appliances for parts and replacements have gone up. They have gone up anywhere from 20 to 25%. But HVAC, it has doubled. And so why 210? We're really well known for our HVAC coverage. In fact, the last couple of weeks, I have looked at HVAC school system replacements with our Supreme coverage. I've seen where they're $100 out of pocket just for the service fee, up to $300 out of pocket for a full system replacement. And so that's why it's so very, very important, especially now, to present a home warranty to all of your buyers and sellers. We do have a waiver in here strictly for your protection. So if they do decline coverage, you make sure that they sign that for your protection, because a couple of days, weeks, months, even closer to a year, if they're calling you saying, oh my gosh, I don't have this type of money, I didn't know about a home warranty. Well, you did present them something that could have taken care of, either repaired or replaced that full system replacement. But another reason why I wanted to bring this up to you guys now is because if you are working, who has a database in here? Everyone should have a database. If you want to reach out to your past clients, doesn't even matter if you just had a transaction with them, but even past clients from over a year and want to share stats with them and still let them know that they can get a home warranty, I will put them on your realtor product, but just make sure that you connect them with me and let me know that they are working with you, and I'll make sure that they get your realtor pricing. Okay, so again, if you guys haven't used 210 Home Buyers Warranty, have ever worked with me, I would love the opportunity to be your partner.
Can landlords buy it for their properties?
Yes.
When they have tenants in there?
They just have to understand the expectations of a home warranty. Usually when we are working with tenants,
when something goes out, they want something done that day. But with a warranty, the best definition I can give you, it's cost versus the convenience. So there is a process. We are not an emergency service. We're more of a risk management tool to help offset high out-of-pocket costs. So there is a process going through a home warranty where they have to place their claim. We send a contractor out. They diagnose the issue, collect a service fee. If they can fix it right there, that's exactly what they're going to do. But if we have to order parts, we're gonna do that. There, it is a little longer process. It doesn't mean we don't care, but we are saving them a lot of money out of pocket.
For all clients that we're gonna be reaching out, what is the process? Do you send like an inspector to check like the HVAC is working properly and then?
Yeah,
Yes.
so if it's not in a transaction, then there's probably not gonna be a home inspection. We don't care how old the systems or appliances are. We just require that everything is in place and in good, safe working order prior to that warranty start date. So if they know that they've been pumping Freon in that system every summer, there's probably an issue. It's probably a leak in the evaporator coil. So they would have to get that fixed prior. But yeah, they can definitely put the warranty on it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, I have a question. Do you, y'all just do residential, you don't do commercial, because I had somebody ask me that recently.
No commercial.
That's what
We
I
do light commercial with our brand new construction warranty where we offer the structural coverage, but no systems and appliances. Any other questions? Awesome. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. Okay, yet another way to reach out and touch our client. And next we actually have Tammy here for
Yes,
Georgia
we
Natural.
do.
Yes, we do. My friend of Miss Tammy, would you like to come up? My friend of 20 some odd years. Tammy and I have known each other, good heavens.
15, 20 years?
Yeah, we think over 20 years, forever and a day. She's awesome, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Look, just want to tell you that, so. Let's hear
Good
about
morning,
Georgia Natural.
everybody. It's so good to be with you. Thanks for having me. I know many of you are already familiar with our Realtor Referral Program, Rewards Program, where when you refer a client that needs to sign up for natural gas service, when you refer them to Georgia Natural Gas, you're getting a $60 Visa gift card. And you're giving your client pretty much the best discount in the market, $120 in bill credit, or they can choose, they have a choice. So they can either choose the $120 in bill credit or a per therm discount. So, and it's super easy to refer. On in front of you, you'll see this. So if you're not already part of our program, if you have not registered, just scan it, register. It takes a minute. We just have to know your name, your office, and where you want your rewards mailed to. Because we'll mail them to your house, to the office, wherever. That's all we need on that. Once you're registered too, it's so easy to share. You will be assigned a referral code. So that referral code, and you'll be assigned a link with your referral code embedded in it. And it's so easy just to share that link. You can email it out to your clients. They click on the link and then choose the plan that they want. You don't have to worry about them remembering to put in the right code. You know, KW Roswell, you don't have to worry about your referral code. They can do it that way, but it's super easy with your link just to email that to your client, have them click on it. So these are in front of you. If you're not part of our program already, just sign up.
Quick question.
Sure.
So can we send that out to existing clients?
Yes.
And it's the same thing if they, as long as they're not with Georgia National Gas.
That's right. Yes, it's a good way to connect really with past clients that may want a different gas provider right now. Especially like this month in October, it's our lowest rates of the season, of the year, not of the season, but of the year. So with our discount, it's like 54 cents per therm. Yeah, it is. So it's a really good offer to send out to them now. So it's anybody, here's what you will get with your $60. Anybody got one of these?
We've got one today.
Yeah.
I do. So for tuition, I'm gonna shout out. So in Bold the other day, we had to reach out to people and try to get responses, maybe make appointments and so forth. And so in cooperation with an app called Reach that I have all my clients on, I did one text and I sent out over 100 messages with my code. Wherever it is, this thing with my code on it, to all my clients saying, hey, it's getting a little chilly. Just in case you haven't locked in your rate for the year, I have a great deal for you. I had 8 of my clients say, oh my gosh, thank you. I totally forgot about that. And in the mail, today or yesterday. I got my $60 gift card in the mail. So it really does work. And I've been sending this out when I have new clients. I set them up on this. It's like, oh yeah, I've got the program for you, especially those coming in from out of state. That's very confusing here in Georgia when you live here, in my opinion. So it's a really great thing. It's a great way to reach out to your client, to your whole database. Some of them will. I probably know at least 6 of my clients this week that signed up and switched over. So.
Thank you so much. And that's a good point too. When people are moving in from other states, most states are regulated, so people don't have a choice in their gas provider. They have to choose whoever that provider is. In Georgia, when they're moving here, they have a choice in most areas. That, yes, some cities are excluded. I live up near Denver, and you have to use their gas, but for the most part, they have a choice, and people don't know that. So you also have this. So if you don't send your link out, or you can send the link out and this, so if you want to give them something at closing, or like you're talking about with past clients, whatever, you just put your code in. Once you're registered, that code that you're gonna be assigned, you'll just write that code in, and then you can give this to your client at closing so they can sign up.
When you click on your kiosk, where did it show what you find out?
Should be at the top right. It should say log in or sign up.
That's in here.
Yes,
That's where we start.
yes. Yeah, on this one. I'm sorry, on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're fine.
One other quick thing too, once you're in our system, some of you may be familiar with Quick Connect. So once you're in there, if you need, you can go have gas service turned on at one of your listings. If the gas is not currently on and you need it for inspection or whatever, you can go into Quick Connect. You can turn it on. You can schedule for it to be turned on Friday, turned off Monday, however you want to do it.
Wow.
That's nice.
Good.
Yes, and we don't have to have,
Because that happens so much, the gas is not on.
Yeah.
Nobody wants the gas on. They're like, why do I have to turn it on? But people need to inspect and the gas has
They
to be
do.
on.
right,
I'm just going through that right now.
yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so once you're in there, it's super easy. You don't have to have credit cards, social, all that kind of stuff. We will have to have payment info, who to bill it to, and it's gonna be on the variable, but it's really inexpensive when you only have gas running there for 3 days or 4 days or whatever. It's not really a contest, I keep calling it a contest, but we're offering a bonus. So in addition to your $60 for every referral, for October, November, and December, if you refer 5 or more people in that month, you get an additional $500 gift card. And keep in mind, like you're talking about the
We've been
gas,
sleeping on Georgia National Gas. Start happening.
and it doesn't have to be clients, like we were talking about, it can be past clients, it can be family members that may need to switch gas providers. If they're using your code, your link, then you'll get the credit for it. And you'll get a $500 bonus.
I'm gonna say we always do Susan's little episode of it's getting a little chilly.
Smart plan is happening this
Get a
afternoon.
little chilly. I got something special for you.
And we'll put Tammy's contact information in here. I know it says Michael right now, but we'll make sure this is updated for you guys. So
Tammy,
that
just
you
go
can
ahead.
reach out to her.
Go ahead. Tell us what number.
My phone number is 404-938-1893. And if you ever know, like, that you have referred, but you didn't get credit for it or something, always reach out to me. I'll research it, because a lot of times, like I said, people may forget your code or not use your code or whatever. So I want you to get credit for it. I want you to get that reward card. So let me know.
So another quick question. So like, I personally, my husband signed us up for some gas company and it's not Georgia Natural Gas. So can we sign them up to transfer when they're at their expiration date?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
So when you say referral, you mean referral or you mean referral and switch over to their service? What does that mean?
Switched over.
They're switching over. So you're referring them, they're signing up with Georgia Natural, whether it's a marketer switch, meaning they're with another gas provider now, and then you send your information and they go with Georgia Natural Gas, or it's a new turn on. Either way, you'll get credit for it.
Perfect.
Thanks, Tammy.
Thank you.
All right.
So we're offering it for October, so if you do 5 in October, 5 in November, or 5 in December, you'll get the $500 bonus. We did this over the summer. We had people that did it all 3 months and got $1,500.
500 per month.
500 per month.
Wow.
Thank you, Ms.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. Tammy really is fantastic. She will get right back to you. So thanks, Tammy. We
All
appreciate
right,
it.
we have Derek with Up Equity here as well.
Thank you. Sorry. That was great. I love it. I'm
stealing Julie's
gonna stand here. Welcome, Derek, with
Thank you.
Equity.
Hey, everybody, Derek with Up Equity. So every agent in this office has received a link that is a landing page that we set up, that Up Equity set up for this office. Within that landing page is the application or form that you would fill out on behalf of your client if you want to get a buy before you sell proposal for them. In addition to that, there are marketing materials on that landing page, co-branded flyers, things like that. If you have looked at it since I've been here the last few months, you probably came to the realization that our marketing materials need to be updated. And if you thought that, you're right. So we are actually in the process of upgrading the marketing materials that we have available to you guys as far as co-branded flyers, but more importantly, social media marketing information so that you can, go out and kind of push this program online as your own. So that is coming, that's in the works. Next couple of weeks, I would say. So take a look at that. If you are looking for something new to start marketing on social media, this Buy Before You Sell program would be a great thing. That's all I have.
That's perfect.
Yeah, any questions? We're good.
Love it. Any questions? All right. And of course, we all know Diane Endeavors. I don't think we have anybody here from Diane Endeavors today, but we are very thankful for them and all that they do for us. And I know what I heard. I heard a lot of different ways that you guys can reach out and get in contact with your clients, that you don't really have to think that hard about coming from all of these people. Great ways to reach out and touch people. So tools for your business. We went over this last week. Y'all make sure you're using these. They are wonderful things. That Kelly covered really does give you discounted homeowners insurance. Ernest, we talked about last week. Every single thing on your porch, ProMove, Grand Welcome. If you don't know about them, spend a little time and just get to know them, because they can help you, once again, reach out, touch your clients, and they can help you in your business transactions. So these are all of our upcoming events. We have a lot of them. The Market Mastermind, we have that every week. Ignite continues to go on. 10 to Win is great for all of our agents, but especially our new agents. We have our Thanksgiving. Are you doing the Thanksgiving blessing baskets? Is that you? Would you like to come up and talk about that now?
Well, it's today at 1 o'clock, so just come today after the meeting and I'll tell you what to do, and it's a great way to help touch your database and help the community at the same time.
Yep, that's taking place today. And then we have the Chart Masters with Leslie and Andy happening on October the 24th. The KW Effect with Aaron Kaufman, and our very favorite, Kara Brown, is going to be teaching Instagram Your Biz. Kara, you want to come up and talk a little bit? Kara, you want to come up and talk a little bit about that?
Okay.
There's a lot of musical speakers today, guys.
I thought you're coming up here with me. Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, Instagram. Wait. I know. Okay, yeah. No, what, I gotta prep it. Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry for the confusion. This is like one of those, last. First. Yeah, that's right. So, okay. Thank you for all of your interest in social media. I love sharing social media with you, especially Instagram. Okay, that's my jam. Instagram, that's my jam, kind of rhymes, right? Social media works. You can get business, you can get leads, you can get all that good stuff from it. You meet people, you expand your territory, you become known. You are a real estate agent. This is a people business. This is all, social media is about becoming known, at least becoming known as a real estate agent and a real estate professional, right? So now I'm going to just side vary for a minute. One of the things that I've shared in the classes is that one way to get your name out there in an easy way, to me, I think it's easy. I know it's not in the very beginning, is to use your stories. How many of you have heard me say use your stories every single day? Okay, and how many of you are doing it every single day? Okay, all right. So myself and Susan. Okay, so when I started my Instagram and I had the same 1,800 followers for multiple years, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. My daughter's girlfriend, who was an influencer at the time, you know, like a 17-year-old or however old she was, with 150,000 followers, said, Hera, you need to story 6 times a day. And I'm like, story? How? I mean, it gave me hot flashes, just the thought of it, right? And I'm like, I don't know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. She said, and you know, she only had like 5 minutes to talk to me because she's busy. And she said, you know, basically just figure it out, right? You just get on there, just do it. Okay, oh, that was good timing. So anyway, the reason I'm sharing that is because I want you to story, if nothing else, I want you to story every single day. Which is why Melody has come up here with me because, wait, I gotta get my phone ready.
All right.
I want to show you how easy it is to story, and I've done this in every single class I teach, okay? So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna post on my story, but we're gonna do it together as a group. Oh, wait, what is that? Okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
We're working here. Okay, so wait, I've got to set it up. Okay, okay, wait, I gotta, let me think how we want to do this. Okay, hold on. Should I do it that way? Yeah.
Quickly and with
That
much
was-
enthusiasm.
Okay, okay, we're getting there. Okay, let me just do, okay, so I'm recording this, okay, so just know that.
Are you recording live?
I'm recording live. Well, I'm recording on stories.
It's not.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn, okay, so I'm filming this way because I'm showing the group how to film the stories. So join me in singing happy birthday to our wonderful Raven, okay?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so sorry for all the confusion, but that's why we were trying to.
Love it.
Okay, so now I want you to see something. So on my story, and listen, it doesn't have to be perfect. My stories suck sometimes. That's, you know, a technical term, okay? Okay, so.
Birthday to you.
Okay, so look, there it is. This is gonna go on my live stories, right?
I wasn't the one singing off key.
That was me. Now watch.
It was me.
It was all of us. Okay, so then here's what else you can do. I want to show you so that when you go to restaurants, when you're with a client, when you're with another provider or one of our resources, and you want to tag them, all you do is you go to the button here that says mention, okay? So I'm gonna go to this little sticker up here on the top of the story. It says mention. I know you can't see it. I'm sorry. She didn't hook up my phone. I'm gonna hit Raven. Raven, what's your, do I have your Instagram?
I don't know. I think it's just Raven Haynes or something.
Okay, let's just see real quick. Raven Haynes. I'm gonna, so so she gets tagged. Raven Haynes. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. God, sorry, guys, I don't have it on. Okay, so Raven Haynes, whoops. Okay, I want you to see how easy this. And then I'll do KW, oh, no, I'll do a happy birthday, okay? I want to show you how easy this is. I just did happy birthday.
It's like it's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sticker.
Okay, so I did a happy birthday sticker, right? And then I tagged her. Now, if I wanted, I could also tag our office, right? I'm not going to though for this. So here we go. So then story. Okay, good. That's one of my 6. I just wanted to show you that because it's so easy to do stories and it's one of the easiest and best ways to get yourself out there and start growing your page. So was that enough for Instagram today?
We're in team meeting?
Huh?
Should we do one right now that we're in team meeting?
Do one what?
No, come to the class in
Oh,
November.
Do you want Instagram? You want another Instagram class? I know some of you.
Yes.
Do you want that? Should we put that on the calendar?
Yes, we're
Monthly?
putting it on the calendar. It's gonna be in, I think, November.
Monthly?
Yes,
I
it's
said
gonna be
monthly.
coming up.
Okay, well, listen, if you want me to do another class, you all have to do a story.
Okay.
Yes, we will all do a story when we get it done.
Class,
But we
okay?
do have this class coming up. We're gonna, I think we said the end of November, beginning of December is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
For that class.
Yeah.
So yes, we're gonna have more Hera and more social media. Do we have a thank you,
It's
Hera?
about having more
That was
clients,
wonderful.
too.
We're gonna have more clients.
More sellers, more buyers.
More buyers. For your coat drive?
No, I'm just gonna talk.
Melanie's
about
gonna
my
tell us
co-drive
about her
starting.
coat drive.
My co-drive is starting now. The deadline is November the 6th at 5. We're just asking if you have gently worn coats, you can reach out to your clients. Reach out to Alexia Craig, and Alexia will brand your flyer for you, and you can send it to your people. So I have these at the front desk, if you want to pick them up. So we did 367 last year, our coat drive was, and I want to do it again and maybe even more. To help out. 400
coats.
So 400 coats we're looking for. So gently used scarves, hats, gloves. We have young kids, babies, adults, you know, so.
Where did they get donated?
Where? They're gonna go to the North Fulton Charities.
And this is a really super easy way to reach out to your database.
Database.
You guys are always looking for reasons to reach out. This is the perfect
But they have to be
opportunity.
new.
Gently used.
Okay, can they drop them off here?
They're gonna drop them off here, and like last year, we have them drop off on Monday. And Leah and I sorted them by size, so it was easy for them to, you know, was they had something for babies, teenagers and stuff, so just go, you know.
We'll have a box or something up front.
We have everything.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mel. We appreciate it.
I'm so excited.
I know, right?
Slide.
This is the full scholarship.
If you went to first step, right? We told you guys if you went to first step and you registered and you showed up for first step, we would do a scholarship drawing, right?
We are
From the
doing
Market
a
Center.
scholarship.
If you went to first step and you were not registered for full bowl, your name is in there.
All right, here we go. Ms. Kathy.
Oh, I was already registered then.
All right, drum roll.
You just want me to get my logo off of this?
All right, y'all, Kathy. Exciting. That's a huge thing, so congratulations. Photo op, Kathy. Your last chance to register for Full Bowl, is pretty much now. So if you would like to go to Full Bowl because you didn't win the scholarship, you can click right here and go ahead and register. Yes, ma'am. Who is that? David is his first name. What's his last name?
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
And I, from what I hear, everybody really likes it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
There's a virtual one tonight, right?
There is a virtual one if you missed the first step to bowl, there is a virtual one. I want to say it's like at 3 or 4. Hold on here, I have it on my calendar.
We'll let you tell us about it.
Apparently.
He's a great coach.
Everybody was very complimentary of him, so, and she will tell you.
At
about
1 o'clock.
The virtual one at 1 o'clock, so.
Go to Fabulous Blessing Basket.
Go to what? Oh, okay, all right. Compliance check, couple of things. You guys are doing better with the affiliated business disclosures. You're not 100% yet, so we need to strive toward 100%. Probably never get there, but it's not gonna hurt us to give it a shot. So, the affiliated business disclosure, the ABAD needs to be signed by both your buyer and your seller client. So that means when you take a listing, go ahead and get that ABAD signed, okay? Should be signed with the agency, that's the buyer agency agreement, must be signed no later than going binding with purchase and sale. Must be attached as an exhibit to the agency and the purchase and sale agreement, and must also be sent to the other side of transactions for signatures. So let's continue to do our very best with the ABAD. I'll place it in. Do not screw around with the do not call list. That's all there is. I mean, it's pay attention to it, don't mess with it, and follow the rules on the do not call list. Today, we have Miss Land who is going to teach us about her
So next
date
week, so she's actually gonna teach next week, but we're gonna do a promo
this week. Who's going to
a sneak peek, if you will.
You're gonna say the wrong thing, you're not showing. Wait, don't say that. She's gonna tell us about a class that she is teaching on estate planning. Right. Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
Are we good? All right. Yes, ma'am. Take the stage.
Thank you. Good morning, I'm
Julie, this is your
Merle
first time.
Land.
Give you a
And
little grace.
a lot of you are new faces to me. I was a charter member with Keller Williams back in 1999.
Oh, wow.
The very best decision I ever made. And I share that with those of you who've just recently come. You will forever be grateful. What I want to do is talk about, and you have a flyer, preparing for the future of aging. And what does that mean to you? Would you just by show of hands, any of you who have parents age 60 or older? What does that mean? That means that right now you are in what we call a reversal, an age reversal. You are starting to take care of your parents in one way or the other. Why does that interact with this program? What we have here are experts on aging. They should be on your calendar, people that you need to know about. Why? We have an estate lawyer. I don't know how many of you already have your will in place. I don't know how many of you know what the 3 essential documents every one of us should have. I do not know what you need to share with your parents so that they are prepared. But we have an outstanding estate lawyer who's going to address all of that next week. Secondly, sometimes our clients, sometimes our family members, suddenly mother takes a fall. She cannot live at home anymore. Or suddenly someone is left alone. What do? What are your resources? Do you know what they are? And so we have someone who is a specialist in all types of senior housing. She's going to share with you the different levels. She's going to share with you some costs. And she's going to tell you a lot about her service. And by the way, her service is free. You really want to know as you encounter issues with your parents, your clients, and your neighbors. We also have a woman that specializes in money management. Over $1 billion are lost every year to seniors through scams. You might know of someone. She will talk about how to protect you, how to protect your family. What are the signs to look for in terms of senior scams? More importantly, she will tell you how she's walked in and helped some seniors with money management and have uncovered $25,000+ from people that didn't even know they had it. Mom's been there, she's trying to manage it, she doesn't know how, she needs an expert, and this woman is an expert. So these are a group of powerful professionals. You will learn more in this short period of time, and you can walk away with an awful lot of information. I will be bringing my favorite book, go-to book, and it's called How to Say It to Seniors. Some of the biggest clashes I have seen is the daughter clashing with the mom or dad. And so there is some really good guidance into how to talk to these people so you do not avoid clashes. You know, mom maybe needs to leave, you know, maybe dad needs to quit driving. I'm gonna bring the book with you. I'll have one to give away as a gift. But again, powerful, powerful information. Lastly, bring your questions. If you have any questions, email me, call me and say, Merle, when you come to this class, make sure you discuss this because this is an issue that I'm dealing with. So, any questions?
When and where's the class?
Class, thank you. Class is next Thursday
Oh, I see.
here, 10 to 11:30. Questions afterwards for another 30 minutes. Yes,
Is it appropriate to bring a client with us?
yes, yes. If you have, please, if you have siblings, whoever you have that you think could benefit from all this very good information, it is truly, as it says, preparing for the future of aging. It's you preparing to take care of your parents, your friends, and your clients, and no better way. Any questions?
Perfect.
I hope you will all join us next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
think we could all benefit. We could all benefit from that class. We're gonna do, this week's market update very quickly. As you can tell, this is pretty much staying the same, gone down a little bit from last year, but 98.8% of the list price, the average days on market is creeping up. We're at 25 with 2.3 months of inventory. Average home sales price is still around 515. And then the interest rate is still at 7.7, so a little higher than the historic average. Market stats are just sent out to you every morning. I post mine on social media. It's another way to reach out and it's given to you. So it's super easy to do. All right, yes.
And you guys, this is one's on me. We're missing a slide, but Brett is going to be talking about the
I'm not
commercial market
Brett.
today.
Being here, so.
That wonderful introduction. I am your go-to commercial guy.
Yes. So all these very, very.
You're all seeing behind the scenes today, the secrets, the scandal.
All the surprise guests of Victoria and Roswell.
That describes a commercial world, right?
Go ahead,
Because
Brett, hit him with
Yeah.
commercial.
in residential, you have black and white, and commercial, you have gray. We're gonna talk about that, so we're gonna give you the commercial update and plus let you learn something, right? So we're gonna talk about Rite Aid today, because that's what has made the news in the commercial world. So you can see Rite Aid. which- We're gonna talk some language, and if you think it's French, you definitely have to call me if you ever get an investor,
That's a little better.
because we're gonna talk about triple nets.
Ugh.
Triple nets, right?
Not any better.
And so we're gonna talk about.
Hey, tell the pens work. The pens work.
I'm not gonna use the pens anymore, so let's talk about who wants to pretend they have a multi-million-dollar investor.
Me? No, I don't.
Jan does. All right. How much does your investor want to spend? They
My
come to you,
investor has $8 million to spend.
perfect, okay, so as you know, you have your real estate license, you can sell anything, but you know what you're talking about. Are you gonna take their $8 million and have them spend it and doing hoops? But we're gonna talk about things that you may know or may not know, and big things I can't, predict. So let's talk about Rite Aid, because that's what's in the news. So Rite Aids typically have a triple net. Does anybody know what triple net means?
Yes.
All right, so triple net means the tenant pays all the expenses for the building. Taxes and insurance, D&I, M is maintenance. So we could have a double net, they pay the taxes and insurance. We could have a single net, maybe they just pay the maintenance. It goes on and on and on. But for your investor who has $8 million, they want an investment that the tenant pays for everything. They want to spend their $8 million and they want to say, okay, how much am I getting in return? Their cap rate. And most Rite Aids are going to be like a Chick-fil-A or something else, because it's a national tenant that's corporately backed, and you're going to get about a 5% return. Not great, but your investor wants it because he wants his $8 million safe until it's not safe. So why? Why is Rite Aid in the news today? Rite Aid is in the news because they're going bankrupt. Exactly right. So you look around, there's a Rite Aid up on Holcomb Bridge. It's empty. It's called a dark box. And just a dark box, if Rite Aid comes in, you spend your $8 million for your client, and Rite Aid says, I'm closing the store. Do they have to pay their lease and their triple nets?
Yes.
Yes, they do, right? Until they don't. If they go bankrupt, they don't have to pay anything. So at that point, you could either say, I'm very sorry, I helped you invest your $8 million, or what do you think you should say?
What else can I put in there?
Yes, 100% right.
Right.
100%. So that's why we have to find a quality tenant to put in. But let's talk a little bit more about the tenant rep side. So you have somebody that wants to come be a Rite Aid. They want to get that box. You're going to represent them, putting them in the box, right? So you have to understand it's not T&I anymore. It's TI, tenant improvement money. We're going to do this real quick because my commercial update's only supposed to be for 5 minutes. But I just want to prove a point to you that you have to understand what you're doing. So tenant improvement money is the money that the landlord gives your tenant to fix up the place. So let's say that we have to do this huge $8 million property, and the tenant improvement money comes out to $150,000. It's a lot of money, right? So,
Not enough.
well, how much money does your client have to have in the bank to say, hey, I'm gonna stay here for a while and I'm gonna be a good tenant? How much money do they need to have? Can they have $10,000 in their bank? Would you give somebody $150,000?
They need to have at least 1 year's worth of rent,
Yes.
plus the tenant improvement amount,
Yes,
plus.
right, because as you're representing, and it's on you to find, it's on you to find the right tenant, because you're representing them, right? All right, so, no, actually, right now, we're representing the person going in, so as your job, representing the person that's going to go in, you're gonna get their financials and say, look, Mr. Landlord, that has $8 million building, my person's wonderful. They have a good business plan, they have money in the bank, right? We want our tenant improvement money, and you negotiate. Want the negotiation. So what happens, and this is the other big story in the news, of all these big properties that have their loans restricted. Now in residential, you get a 15-year loan, a 30-year loan. Commercial, you don't. You might have a 2 or a 5-year loan. And we all know that 2 years ago, 5 years ago, their rates were 2 and 3%. Now they're at 8%. So can you pay my client $150,000? That's a question we have to ask. A lot of people are too embarrassed or afraid to ask, but not us, because that's our job, right? So let's just say that we look at their financials, we're going to request it, which people are afraid to do, but we're not, because that's part of doing business. And we see their financials and we're reasonably sure that they're going to stay in business, but we're not so sure. What should we write in the contract to make sure that if they run out of tenant, they give me, they're going to pay you in bits, 25,000, 25,000. All of a sudden, they don't have 100,000 to give you, and you spent your $100,000, or your client has. What are we going to put in the contract to assure that they are covered?
Proof of funds.
Well, we're going to ask them to look at their balance sheet, but when that's a good question. When their rate goes from 2 to 8%, guess what money they're going to have to use?
Money that isn't reserved.
Right. So what are we going to do to protect our client? Anybody else?
We're gonna have to ask.
But they're not going to do it because they know they need it for that 8%.
Put it in escrow.
We're gonna ask them to do that, but they're not gonna do it because they may need to pay down they're gonna have to have money to pay the mortgage. It's gonna be from 2 to 8. Their costs are doubling or tripling.
I'm Brett, the real estate expert.
Right, you're gonna ask me, this is gonna be the good news, besides wishing Raven a happy birthday again when we go. We're going to put in their contract that we want double the amount in free rent. Because if we just said, hey, we're gonna cover this, if you don't pay us our 100,000, whatever's left, give us free rent, okay, great, I'm not paying you, take the free rent. We want double. Why do we want double? Because we want it to hurt. Because they're gonna have to sell that building. Or they have to borrow the money at 8%, but we're not gonna pay you for 2 more years. We're gonna get double the amount. And the reason we write it in the contract is because if we don't, you don't get what you don't ask for. And that's what I always tell people. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. So If any of these terms scare you or you don't know about them and you have a person coming to you with an investment or a tender rep, come to Brett and you can get free advice. I'll tell you about it. You can partner with me if you want to work, or if you want to stay away from it and concentrate on your business, you give it to Brett and give you a referral fee. Easy. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Alright. The invisible slide, the invisible, yeah, terms, all the stuff. We're gonna talk about things that go bump in the night in the spirit of Halloween. First of all, how is the market? The question I want to ask, did anybody see anything this past week that they have never seen before in the market? Did anybody get a weird special stip? Did anybody have something strange happen with a loan? Yes, ma'am.
I have some questions on special steps, I can't recall what it was, in regard to the government shutting down.
Oh,
Step on that, should the
I've heard
government
this.
shut down, fire has,
Are they gonna fund the property?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We talked about that last week,
Yep.
and Kathy, I didn't check the slides, but Kathy was going to give.
Did she? Okay,
So you actually have a question about it.
I did, yeah.
How'd you
Somebody was
handle
like,
it?
oh, you ever seen this before? And I said, not in a while.
Well, there's actually, thank you for bringing that up. There is actually a special step that addresses that very thing that I believe it is in the slides from last week. So
It's a reincarnation of the COVID step we used, I bet.
it is with a couple of twists on it. It's the same type of thing. Thank you, Susan. Anybody else had anything odd? I think John said he had something.
Yeah, so, what we're trying to do right now with our listings that are not selling is try to give some incentives to get them sold. We're adding to the listing that we got partnering with our lenders to offer a buy down on the rate. So they let people not buying homes right now because they're scared of the rate. So you partner, if they switch to our lender's funding part of it, and also your seller can fund part of it too. So instead of reducing the price, they can help buy down the rate. So
This is huge, y'all.
right? If you don't know what that is, talk to Kathy about buy down rates, and she'll help you figure that out.
Absolutely, and if you've got a house that's been sitting on the market, thank you, John, it's been sitting on the market for a while, or it's become stagnant or like a stigmatized listing and you need to move it. Go talk to the lenders. There are things that you can do, buy down the rates, different types of loans that are out there. So, yes, ma'am.
I threw out one other thing, not that I.
Please.
But something to be cognizant about, we're coming into the holiday season, look at your calendar, look at the holidays, look at Veterans Day. Look at,
Banks
closing
being
attorneys don't
closed.
want to be there the day after Thanksgiving for closing. Bank closures and so forth. Look at that, because if your financials expire on those days, if your due diligence expires on some of those days, you can't get an inspector in over the Thanksgiving weekend. Just really be cognizant of your calendar for these next 2.5 months.
Thank you.
It can really get you into trouble.
That is very good advice, and that will definitely keep things from going bump into the night. So thank you guys for sharing all of that.
And can I say that, guys, we're still having multiple offers above ask on a lot of properties and,
If they're good, and it's absolutely true, and y'all saw that the average price, it went down to like 98.8% of the asking price. But the good listings, y'all, are still going,
Yeah.
they're going
Yeah.
fast and they're going for over list price. Yes, ma'am.
Can I announce, like, I have an open house coming up this weekend, and I need everybody to come by?
There is actually, Brent, how do they do that? They send out.
So you can go on mykw.kw.com, sign in using your command username and password, and post to the whole office through there. There's also the Roswell and the Rocks Facebook page where you can post it as well. Yeah.
Here we go. Do we have scary stories from our
I think the scary thing is that our alliance partners have all run out the door. So I think we need to open the floor to.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think they've already said everything they needed to say. Tammy Dale, do you have any scary stories for us?
No, thank goodness, I don't.
I'm glad that you do not. No.
You might have some good skills.
I'm sure you. John, we'll do John and we'll do Crystal and then John.
So, welcome to Georgia for me. I sold a brand new home and, within the first few months, this four-sided brick home, my client said, hey, Chris, I got some cracks around the corners of my window. sending the pictures, not a big deal, because, you know, as we know, brand new homes settle, right? So you're gonna get infinitesimal cracks. Well, that infinitesimal crack turned out to be a lot bigger. Long story short, the house was built on a high water table because of the wetlands behind it, and the house was gliding.
That's terrible.
I like fear kind of, because the damage got really, really bad. So.
So how did you handle it? How did you fix it?
Well, that was one of the things, I was coming from another state where, you know, realtors get houses like that dropped on them if we don't know or something like that. I told my clients to get an attorney because brand new homes come with a 1 year. A 1 year builder warranty and a 2-year structural warranty, but what was happening was both sides were doing like this, and nothing was getting done for my client. So I care about the clients, and so I ended up saying, get an attorney, and I was fearful because I, coming from another state, get pulled into that lawsuit. But it worked itself out. I called Engineer Solution, and they went out on their own, unbeknownst to me, and told my client exactly what they needed to do. And the attorney got the builder to buy the house back, but my client wouldn't stay in the house. So that house today is now on pillars. You know those houses that you see hanging on the sides of buildings, sides of with no dirt underneath it because of the high water table still moving the dirt? Yeah, so it was a scary story.
That is very scary.
It was a scary story because not knowing something as a real estate professional. So Engineer Solution is coming to our office, and I am just so thankful because it has now been probably about 3 or 4 years since the work was done. And I had to put that house back on the market. And the nice thing is, how am I gonna find a buyer who will buy this?
That's scary too.
Oh, yeah. So the good news is fully disclosed everything, fully disclosed, discounted the price of the home. Sold it myself, the house. So because it has a lifetime warranty. And Engineer Solution is not a company that just popped up and been here in for a very long time. So guys, if you don't know something that I didn't, they're gonna be here in this office to educate us all. So come to their class, it's gonna be November 6th, I believe. And learn about that.
Perfect. Thank you for that. That's absolutely terrifying, actually. Yes, John, you have scary for it.
Only if the property affect this, no matter if it's a multiple offer situation. And I see a lot of agents do this when I come against them on the negotiation, when I'm representing a buyer, they'll come in and say no inspection. Well, the other person said no inspection, no due diligence period, so if you get rid of your due diligence period, then you'll win the offer. And I go back to my client and say, we're not gonna buy the home. You're not gonna buy this home uninspected, I'll give you a reason. We helping somebody that was at the end of their budget at a $300,000 home. Now, they're buying a $300,000 home, and they were just, this was at the end of their budget, they barely qualified. Small, it's a small number, right? However, we looked at this home that had been on the market a little while, and they were selling the quote home as is. We go to do the inspection, and here's something that I am never gonna do again. I am never gonna go through another inspection without telling the seller they have to make sure all the utilities are turned on. Right? So sometimes we forget, and I forgot to say all utilities need to be turned on. Well, they inspector went to the house, do the inspection, utilities weren't on, and couldn't finish the inspection. Well, while the inspector was in the house, he found tucked in a drawer somewhere a notification from the gas company that they turned off the utilities, the gas, because of multiple gas leaks in the house. And they were selling the house as is, right now, had we. Had the gas turned on, we probably smelled it, but it could have been really dangerous, right?
Was it disclosed?
So it was not disclosed.
Oh.
Oh, no, because the seller has never occupied the house.
Yeah.
Right. The gas leak was-
So
So this is from an agency that was like one of these fly-by-night agencies, and I'm sure they knew about the gas leak, they didn't disclose it. And so you gotta be careful, always have your property inspected. I see agents do this, buy a home without inspecting it. I think that's the worst.
And guys, bottom line is, don't let your clients buy a house without a property disclosure. I had one come up yesterday,
Yeah.
same thing, but an agent called me about land. And she's like, yeah, and we were walking the land and we found this gas line on the
On
land.
the land, yeah.
There's no seller's disclosure. You can't tell me that they own 30 acres of land and don't know somebody ran a gas line through their
So there's
land.
a lot going on with what you, that,
Yeah.
everything that you said is so important right there.
Same thing
In
with
Georgia, you are not entitled to a seller's disclosure.
Right.
In Georgia, you are not entitled to seller's disclosure. Should you try to get one? Absolutely. Was that a survey issue? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. If you're buying
But
land,
still, you know, if you ask for a seller's disclosure and you're not gonna tell them you're not gonna buy the property without a seller's disclosure.
and that,
Regardless of what they disclose, okay, if something happens, you can come back and say, you have a seller's disclosure. You knew it and you didn't disclose it.
and,
know.
and so you're, but yes, just remember, you are not entitled to a seller's disclosure. If you want to ask, it doesn't come with it in Georgia, but if you want to buy a home without a seller's disclosure, you can definitely do that. Buyer beware.
And get a latent defects.
Yes,
At a
yes,
minimum,
sir.
at a minimum.
Yes,
At a
sir.
minimum.
Oscar.
I like John to finish his story.
Yes.
I mean, we did not buy the property. We walked away.
Yeah.
We said, if they're trying to scam us on the token athlete thing, what else could be wrong?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, good move.
We walked away.
So what we learned here is I would personally never let my house, client buy a house without a seller's disclosure, but during the heat of all the bidding and there was no due diligence, there was nothing, people were just taking what they can get. I have to tell you my scary story real quick. I had a commercial guy showing me some property, y'all, and there was a dead body. Kid, y'all. So it was down off of Lawrenceville Highway. Yeah, and it was this, yeah, so we ended up calling 911. It was just we were looking at old gas stations and it was around the back of the old gas station. We're just trucking around. We're like, I'm doing vagrant, we're kind of going and we're like, not moving person. So we ended up calling 911, but.
Oh, quick one.
Yes, tell me.
Well, thank God we eventually closed, but it took us 5 weeks to get the power company to turn on power because the property was a foreclosure. And the listing agent totally refused to turn on.
Right, because they had to get.
It was horrendous. It was so frustrating. I mean, today I couldn't cry because my client is an investor, so he lost 5 weeks of renovation. So.
But you got it closed.
We got it close.
With a lot of persistence, I'm sure.
That's the moral of the story, is it doesn't have to be so scary, right?
The moral of the story being, it's gonna be less scary if you get an inspection.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be scary if you know who to call. Yes, ma'am.
I was talking to Mary section in last from Residential Inspections of America. They're gonna do like a pay it close. So like if you have any buyers that, are at under their budget that can't pay for inspection, they'll pay it close. So keep that in mind.
Good to keep in mind. So when we have questions like this, all of our scary stories, who are we going to call? I love this slide. This is hilarious. I can't believe you did that. But we're gonna call Pam, Fiona, Susan, or Ashley. Somebody's asking. I love it. I love it. So we're also gonna call Melvin. The reason we're going through this is because a lot of us are new. We have a lot of new agents. And by the way, if you are new, would you mind standing up and introducing yourself very quickly? Yes, ma'am.
But I'm Tamria Potts. My name's Ariel.
Hi. Thank you for being here. Anybody else who's staying with us? No, you're not new, girl.
No.
Yeah.
Not new, but I'm not old.
No, you don't. Young and fresh. Go ahead.
But I wanted to share, for when we reach out to our mentors, for all of you who don't know, and for the new people, enter them into a group set, all of them, that way they're not doing double the work, so if you reach out to Pam or to Susan or to Fiona, just do a group text, that way each of the mentors know
who has.
That's a good point, that way they don't have to keep.
And what is the,
Well,
yeah,
they could, because what lots of times you're sitting in the heat of it, and you just go straight in the middle, and that mentor doesn't have a backdrop to go.
and if you put it in a group text, one of the mentors can text back, got it, and carry on with you. And it's a great suggestion.
It's so important to understand that all the mentors are actually in production. They don't get anything from the market center for doing this, they're volunteering their time. So they're still doing a closing and showing a client and answering your question.
And by texting all of us, just whoever's available first.
Just gotta grab it.
And I do know they, after 8 PM, right, just like banking hours, they have to have a work-life balance as well, so. Make sure if you have something that's due the next day, or something that you have to send in the very next day, you're not texting at 8, 9 o'clock, midnight, because no one's.
Sorry, Fiona.
Maybe start putting special sticks in there that all your timelines end at 9 PM, whenever you plan.
Yeah.
I feel, just what I'm saying.
We have a million, yeah, there are a million good tips. And speaking of special tips, I keep all mine in my phone, in my notes section of my phone, so that once you guys give me a special tip or somebody gives me a good tidbit, I have it in my notes section. Oh, it's absolutely, it's the best thing ever. I keep all of my special tips in the note section of my phone, so I can just pull it up, copy it, and go, so.
Yeah.
All right, we also have our Agent Leadership Council. The reason we're going back to all this is that a lot of people are forgetting who to call and maybe feeling a little bit lost. You should never feel lost in this office. We have 1 million people who are here to help you. However, they are not going to help you if you do not ask. So do not be walking around scared to ask, not sure what's going on. We are here to help you and we want to help you. So, Agent Leadership Team, we are all there to help you as well.
Want to go over what everybody does on the leadership?
I'm gonna let you do that, girl. Get in.
We're gonna do a mini
Yeah.
orientation today, right?
We all kind of did
We
everything.
have Robin Lemon, our team leader. She helps our market center growth and career visioning, right? And making sure if you want to go to the next level in your business, building a team, becoming a mega agent, she helps you with that, right? We have Erin Putnam and Lee Fox. You guys love these guys because they get you your money, right? So any brokerage fee questions you might have, anything about your commission splits or your cap or your placement in the company, you'll want to go to both of them. Lee Fox also gets you that awesome pay at close at the closing table, right? So that you can get that check right at closing. She also holds the earnest money for our office. So if your earnest money is held here, she can help you with that. Director of Agent Services, right? I help you with your onboarding and your orientation here. Also making sure you're connected to all of your tools here and miscellaneous questions, right? We have Julie Shefflin. She's our assistant team leader here, helping you guys launch your careers at the Market Center and Market Center Health and Growth. We have Hera here, who's Director of Growth, also helps with Market Center growth and launching your business. And she's a social media whiz, right? We have Fiona, who is our in-house broker mentor. Now, we always want to try to come to Fiona first, right? She helps you with those strange things that might pop up in your
Contract
transaction.
questions.
Contract questions. You can send her mock contracts, special stipulations, things like that. And if she can't help you and it's something that has to go to litigation, then we'll bump it up to Mel, right? We have Ann Scoggins, our productivity coach. I like to tell people when you need a kick in the gym, you get a coach, right? She's our coach here to make sure you're accountable. And then we have Melody Trent, our director of first impressions. She's going to make sure all your clients are greeted when they come in, that any calls for your listings and your business go to you. And then she also handles the calendar and class registrations. So if you're ever wondering when a class is happening, Melody knows. She's the person. All of us all know each other. All of us knows what everybody does in the Market Center.
And we all
So
do everything.
you can direct something to us, and if we don't answer the question, we can pop it to someone else.
Great.
Can I add to that, on the Alexa or the Raven emails, make sure, especially if you're new, those are dynamic little dials on the bottom that you can click on that go to how-to videos or different things, all the.
On Raven signature.
Mhm.
Yes,
I
yes.
love
And
that. All those are dynamic.
every single circle, I think, that's under Raven's signature, when she sends you an email, is a link that you can click on that's gonna take you to some directional aspect of what the circle is about. So main point of this meeting today is for y'all to know you are fully supported. We are here for you. We have all the people. Y'all just have to let us know when you need something, okay? We want you to feel the love. Yes, ma'am.
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is regarding, the gas.
Tammy Dale?
I'm trying, the market center name is not showing.
Okay, I'm gonna let her help you with that after the meeting.
Let you know that I'm gonna be reaching out to you.
Okay, do you mind hooking up with her after the meeting? So, and I think that is everyone. Well, I hope you all realize that it does not have to be that scary. Hey, time.